Nowadays in my life, when I see something that looks uncomfortable, like it could result in a dramatic change, a drastic contrast with what currently exists as my life, I welcome that with open arms. And I'll tell you why, George. Every time something in my life has changed dramatically, the cards have fallen down all around me and I've had to pick those cards up and build something new. It has always 100% of the time led to something dramatically greater than what fell down. Every single time, without question. And so you have to look at change in that, with that perspective, that what comes is greater than what was.
I thought it was about time I did a quick update on recent changes in my life over the last year or so, and why I am where I am now, how I got here. Change is a part of everyone's life, I guess, but the pace of change has been increasing for me at a fairly dramatic rate, almost to the point where it's becoming numbing to me. How many dramatic changes I've had in my life over the last year. It's almost incredible. So I thought I'd just do a quick recap of some of the things that hit me and that I hit back over the last year. So about a year ago, I was flat out sick for almost a month in bed, having caught some kind of flu virus on a business work trip to Calgary in the middle of winter in January. And I spent a good chunk of February in bed, back and forth to the hospital, trying to figure out what was wrong with me. In the middle of all that, I smashed my femur. Don't really remember how it happened yet, but anyways, they x-rayed me and found out the reason why my knee was swollen up was because I had smashed my femur, probably driving into something, as I often do with my wheelchair. And then I guess the other physical traumatic change, I guess, last year was my decision to amputate my left arm. So yeah, that was a pretty big change. Financial change, I guess, over the last year. My New Year's resolution for 2020 was to take my own financial future into my own hands more, and act on some of the instincts and convictions that I had with respect to investments and whatnot. And I did that in a lot of cases, fairly risky bets. In most cases, almost everyone's saying I was wrong or I shouldn't be doing that or whatever. But you know, it's what I wanted to do, and it's so far not bankrupted me. So yeah. And then the other financial change last year was I decided to quit my comfortable job working in Abu Dhabi for a strong, stable company, and quit to join the ranks of the unemployed with no job to go to. So that was a rather bold, some may say stupid move, but yeah, that was a pretty big change. 7 years over there, so that was no joke to just hand in the letter, so to speak. Relationship changes. I guess, you know, like everyone else that experienced the various lockdowns and whatnot over the last year, it's, you know, pretty severe isolation and loneliness in a lot of cases, and you know, that was tough to be able to kind of lose touch with people, physical or in-person contact with people. I didn't realize how important that was, so that was a pretty big change. Also, had to say goodbye to a number of good friends that I had made during my time in Abu Dhabi, and I had to say also goodbye to a few friends, some really long-time friends that maybe didn't really agree with my approach to life about how I wanted to live a somewhat normal, logic-based life, and not cower in fear in my closet, worry about what could go wrong. I'd rather focus on making something right. So yeah, that was a bit of a change, but hopefully I'll make new friends now and replace those that have left. Look forward to making new friends here where I am now in Panama. I've already started to make new friends and be invited out, so it's kind of exciting. Location changes. So yeah, I'm in Panama now. Over the last year, I counted it up. I have this little flight tracker that I track all my flights on, and I traveled over 50,000 miles between UAE, Canada, and Panama, and back and forth several times in some cases, to close off one chapter of my life and open up a new one here in Panama. Thankfully, those miles were all traveled safely and everything, and I'm very appreciative of that, because I know it's not the best time at all to be traveling. It's a real pain right now, so don't recommend it if you can avoid it. Location changes, so yeah, so saying goodbye to my comfortable home of 7 years in Abu Dhabi, and opening the door here to the town of Boquete, Panama. I made an offer on this property that you see behind me here after the first week of searching different houses with my real estate agent. I had never been to Panama before, and at the end of that first week I made an offer and closed on it 30 days later, so that was pretty dramatic, rapid change. Yeah, so why am I in Panama? Why am I in Boquete? Well, it's safe, at least from my experience so far and from the research that I've done. It's a great climate, between 14 and 26 degrees Celsius year round. It's the people here are friendly, helpful, really friendly and helpful. I've been so impressed with this country so far. It's a heck of a lot closer to Canada, to Calgary, from here versus traveling to Abu Dhabi and back. So I'm very eager and hopeful to spend more time with my friends and family in Canada now. It's relatively easy to get a residency permit here, or visa. At least so I've been led to believe. Haven't got one so far, but working on it. And also, I guess, yeah, obviously there's financial advantages of living in Panama. So what's next? The chapters are yet to be written, but if you'd like to follow along and see how things develop for me down here as I start to make a new life down in Panama, then feel free to subscribe to this feed, and if you've liked the video, just give it a thumbs up, and hopefully maybe we can make a few more of these more often, so you can see what's going on. All right, take care.